Hey, folks, how's it going out there? Uh, Anybody hear the music? Just give me um, a type something in if you heard the music or if you're hearing my voice. I'm getting a red line on my stream health. I think it's going out there, but I guess I can check doing this. So let's see. Yeah, I'm getting out there. Just checked it out. You guys heard it too. Thanks, Khalid. Um, I was asked by a friend of mine on a chat. I'm not going to give out his name or anything, but he asked me to talk a little bit about a place in Yemen. You guys probably have heard about it, Socotra. Um, Here's what I know about it from my time back, back in the day being a Cold Warrior. Yemen was separated into the north and south, and it's down at the bottom of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Oman to its right. And you had the Yemen Arab Republic and the People's Democratic Republic of Yemen, PDRY. Socotra actually was a part of the PDRY. I do remember that. And it's an archipelago of 4 islands on the UNESCO site. All right, that's pretty much a history. So you have to go back to the history of it. And that's the whole point of it. You have to look and see what's going on. Well, we all know that it became one nation in 1990. I believe it was actually while we were there in the kingdom for the Gulf War, the first Gulf War, if memory serves. Because I believe on our run up over there, we were still treating it as a Cold War, but once the wall fell and everything, it went away. So anyways, yep, thank you, Khalid. So what ended up happening is, what was it, 2011, I believe, the Troubles started. And the Troubles were on 2 levels. You had the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and then you also had the Iranians helping the Houthi. And so it started a civil war within Yemen. And it's been a bad civil war, but Socotra has never been touched. And it was 2018, I believe, almost a year ago, April. And yeah, I think it was like April 15th or something like that. Dates are, not my forte to remember, but I'm just trying to go back to my memory on this. Let me look it up. Maybe I can find it. Anyways, so what ended up happening is, yeah, I believe it was, yep, I think it was April 15th, if memory serves. Yeah. Anyways, so what ended up happening is UAE went in. You're exactly right. The UAE went into Socotra. But they went in April, so it has been about a year. And after they went in, the government that was there, they allowed to reform like in May, if memory serves. I'm sure Khalid will let me know if I'm getting the dates wrong. But the military presence stayed, and it's been staying there. So what you have is it's just like anything. This has been a year now. I tell everybody, if you go to a failed state, what you're going to experience is about 6 months. If you're just a guy, a soldier, somebody who's come in, you really won't have to deal with much because people will be killing people, retribution killings and stuff. It's just a sad state of affairs, and that's what happens. But after that, an unwelcome guest is like anything. After, a few days, they start to stink. And the people get wound up about it. Could some of it be fomented by the Houthi or by the UAE? I don't know. But I'm trying to get a hold of a friend of mine, and this is why I'm bringing up Socotra right now. I'm not going to talk about anything I don't know. And he asked me to find out. I told him I'd try to do it today. I just gave you a primer on it. I will go more in depth later. But at this point, until I get word back from my one bro, who happens to still be over there in that area, I'll just leave Socotra alone for a second. And saying that, you guys know if I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not going to keep talking about it. I may miss a little factoid here or there, but also do your own research on it. But you have to understand the history of anything to see what's going on now and who's fomenting it. And unfortunately, Yemen is caught between the devil and the deep blue sea, literally. And Socotra is really surrounded by water. So it's not like the people can get out easily. But they have tried, from what I know of it, the Yemenis have tried to keep as low a profile as they could. Just because it's their homeland, they were wanting to coexist with the UAE military. And it isn't very big of a military force at this time, but it's grown quite a bit from the initial invasion, and people would get upset. So I get it. I just, prayers to those people, and that's pretty much all I have to say on it. And when I have more to say on it, I will bring it up. The second thing I wanted to talk about today was pretty funny. Yesterday on Alex Jones, or on Alex Jones and on Joe Rogan, Alex Jones made a surprise show up. It came up on my daggone notifications, and I'm like, what? He's on Joe Rogan. With all the bad blood they've exchanged over a while. And you know what? It was nice to see, even with the slights both had thrown at each other and the different things, it was nice to see people come together who actually were very enraged with each other. And so that gives you hope. You got to think, people. This life is too short for all of us to be angry all the time. For all of us to want to spew vileness and slights at each other. And so if anything, I found that was pretty interesting. It was a long show, almost 6 hours. But it was nice to see him getting drunk and all that stupid crap. And, male bonding. That's kind of what men do, right? We all get together and joke around and bust each other's chops. So, it was just nice to see that happening. The other thing I wanted to mention is a couple other little things that I've seen that we're going to have a problem with. First, the media's and unfortunately our Congress showboating while Trump is doing a diplomatic mission to Korea. That does not look good overseas. And the Democrats knew that. And Cohen made a spectacle of himself because he basically exonerated Trump with every word he said, except he kept trying to say he's more racist. He does dirty deals. Okay, he was a New York businessman. I don't know, man. Everybody, we don't have to agree on anything, but I think that was just a little too untoward. I think it was something that shouldn't have happened, and the loss of civility in politics today should be worrying for everybody. Yep, exactly, Khalid. That's all he tried to do during the entire time was make himself look like the victim. And he wasn't a victim. All the criminality he did to himself. Nobody put a gun to his head and forced him to lie to Congress. And, whatever. I mean, if it happened to me, the same thing would happen. You don't think they spared a rod on old Shuff, do you? Nah, nobody would. And nor would I expect it if I was willingly and knowingly lying to somebody. That I was supposed to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God. So, anyways, I just wanted to touch on that area real quick because that's my 2 cents on it. And I think it's just sort of sad that the lack of civility that we have become witness to. And also to point out that, there's some positivity out there too. That's why I brought up the Joe Rogan, Alex Jones thing. Because, we don't have to agree on everything. You don't have to like everything I make. You don't have to stay on my channel either. I don't handcuff or put a gun to any one of your heads. But I do enjoy you guys stopping by Kaisers Kastle, taking a seat on my big orange couch, sitting down by the fire, and having a nice fireside chat. I just wish, I want to make this more interactive where I can have people call in, and I will be doing that. That's my next plan. But like I always say, the music that you listen to at the beginning and the end is from a guy by the name of Axion Ghost. And you can go to his channel and you can listen to it. That was Sojourn to Sikkim. And great. Looks like I had a crash on something. But it's still coming out. Okay. I don't know what that was. And my final show ending song is always, every time. I'm going to play it here in a second. And it is called Inside Enemy Headquarters. And with that, I say thank you for sitting down on my big orange couch. Enjoy your nice cup of tea, your coffee, or your adult libation. With that being said, Shuff out.